I'll be right, Mr. Naruhodo. After them, go! Creepy doll. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry! Is this another locked room case? Oh dang, I didn't see her. I didn't see the gun in her hand. From that moment, Windibank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. Excuse me. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. Wait, Susato, don't you have an appointment? Hi. Iris. A telegram came, but it all said was, wait at home. Oh, yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. When I woke up, I was all alone. Early and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone. First dad, and then detective dad. What happened, Runo? Poor Iris, she's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Yes, I'm afraid so. What kind... Sorry. I thought maybe I would have more evidence for a second. Let's start from the top. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windibank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning. Oh, yes, I had a feeling. You did? When I saw all those police carriages pulling up outside his shop. So I knew something must have happened. Wait, was there a... Oh, okay. I thought it was a run-on sentence. When we entered Windibank's in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the street and I chased after them, but they got away. So, it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windibank, I suppose. I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment. Why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect. Gina. Jenny? But why? Well, the thing is... No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that. I know. None of us think she did it. Then why have they arrested her? I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do. Okay, let's talk about Gina since... I don't understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the 2 thugs that are at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? I don't think they saw them. All they have is my account. After all, they shot Early dead, didn't they? He's dead? No. I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead. This is also horrible. The thing is, Mr. Winterbank was found on the floor in the storeroom where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. With a gun! And according to the detectives who investigated... Don't tell me. There was no one else inside the room. Yes, exactly. How did you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Runo? Well, what can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. So where's Early then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. I probably should have gone from the details of the event to Sholmes instead of like details Gina and then Sholmes. Look, he kinda got shot, my guy. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Winterbanks, a gun was fired, and he took a bullet. Early was shot. No. It's alright. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Sinners? Is that a... Like, if they were aiming for a pun there, they like... Not really, I think, I don't know how to put it, but, like, saint as in holy, sinners as in not holy, so, nice combo. They're tending to him there. I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. Preparing to operate, you see. Oh! To operate. Poorly. It was the two thugs who were in Mr. Winterbank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. And was he shot in the stomach somewhere? Like the left side? Or his left side, anyway. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them! Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but... well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away. I think that's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after him, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that. Oh, Iris. Where's Susie, Bruno? Is she still at the police station? Why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there, then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Miss Susato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later. I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too. Take me with you, Bruno. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. I mean, didn't Phoenix Wright do it with Pearl at some point? I don't remember, but... Hold on. Sorry, my throat. I don't want to leave her alone either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps he can help me? Oh yes, I'd love to. Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Off topic! Gina, do you sleep with your hair like that? Or do you just wake up every morning and spend hours getting it ready to go? Oh, she's in a little text box. That's cute. What do you have to say? You haven't been to this place yet. Don't forget to take me when you go. You haven't been to this place yet. It's always quiet. Be quiet when Early's not around. Attic rooms. Place feels... This place... Yeah! This place feels different to normal today for some reason. You know, I think a visit this place could be a good idea. Prepare your child brain. See? Yeah, the calendar thing was shot. This is where it happened then. Last night. That's right. The two thugs I just told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables. But apart from the policemen in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance. You're right about that, actually. I don't know, the broken glass could be a sign as well. In fact, if anything, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black. Yeah! That could also apply to the US. Oi, I heard that! Hey! Oh, Inspector, good morning. I suppose I'll have to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Shame you're letting the two rogues get away, mind. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I thought you assigned extra men to the bait around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Early's been injured because you weren't enough police on duty. He's like, oh shit, a 10-year-old. Your ladyship, your food. No one told me you were coming. I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Early and see if he has the very best medical care. She does, yeah, she does have a point. Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are tending to him as we speak. And I don't think it's Runo's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job. Ouch! Oh! That little animation. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am. As you say. The way you interact, it's like... Were you related to Wilson? Like maybe his best friend or brother of some way? Because I'm wondering why he's calling her by her ladyship. Though unless that's how most adults spoke to children back then. The gent in black's totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change. Where are me manners? Are you thirsty, your lordship? He's like, bang, bang. Perhaps you like some juice. Some nice, refreshing fruit juice. Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Gregsy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me. Oh, that's so cute! If you'd like some. Did they have thermoses back then? Or was it just her own invention? Where'd you get the cup? Where'd you get the saucer and teacup? Ah, lovely! He's crying! Not very much. Not really at the spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this. I want to can I examine before talking with him? Wait, wrong thing. The shattered glass! Alright then, let's see what we can uncover. Oi, what do you think you're doing, son? God damn it! Can't touch anything in there. But we were hoping to investigate. It's a crime scene, for Pete's sake, no touching! What's the problem, Gregsy? Runa's a lawyer, you know that. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship, ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Of course, if Mr. Naruto was have been properly appointed by the accused, that'd be another matter. The accused? If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to let you know it's around. Is that his iris dance? He's like, bing, bing! Did you hear that, Reno? You need Ginny to sign some representation papers. Looks like presenting the deck here. The current paperwork is the only way. Sorry, I love his little dance. So, how's the investigation going? Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact. Gina, you're gonna charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow. Definitive evidence, you say? What is? Come on, show me! Your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid. Oop. I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you? What the? And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you? What? How could you? Ow! How could you possibly know? Wait. Okay, hold on a sec. He caught the two guys. My account is that I saw the two dudes were here beforehand. But wait. Is your plan to charge Gina with killing Winterbank and shooting Hurley? Or Hurley? Yeah. But like, or is it you're doing a thing where you're charging those two dudes, with shooting Herlock, but you're charging Gina with Winterbank? Is that what's going on? I had a feeling, that's all. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you? Well, yes. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the bite. And Miss Lestrada's being held at the prison? She should be. Should be? Oh, right. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the case from the jailer, of course. Oh, right. She's still a suspect for murder. How? Great, now I'm craving fish and chips. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition? He's gonna budge. He's gonna crunch. Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential. Well, I know he's been operated at St. Sinner's. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know. Terribly sorry, your ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all. Oh. The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. Oh no. Oh yeah, it's like, and I guess if he had visitors, possible case of contamination, or we can't have visitors, they'll be distracting to our operation. I think that's the case. Oh no. He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so, but a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sholmes pop down. Mr. Sholmes is like human like the rest of us, you know. Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They gotta stop that bleeding. But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better. Of course, your ladyship. He'll be right as rain before you know it. Really? How do you know? How do I know? Well, because, of course. Ah, yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective. That's why. We better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear. Please don't die early. I report to your ladyship the moment our hear he's out of the operating theatre. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector. What? Out with it, sunshine. Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. Watch the sauce, Sonny. I'm a copper, and we don't go in for favoritism. I don't know, there's a lot of favoritism going on in her direction. But he's right, you do treat us differently. It's because of those adventures of Erlock Sholmes stories, that's why. I crop up in them, eh? I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson. Oh, well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Early's. What did you write about the Inspector, Iris? I don't remember, really. It was one of Sholmes' lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how he put it. Oh, did I write that? And you know what that one line did for me, eh? The very next month my pay doubled! Doubled, I tell you. Wow. That's amazing. All because everyone at the yard raids them. They read all the Erlock Sholmes stories. They even set up a fan club for me. Sorry, just imagining a fan club where they're all cosplaying Gregson. It's like, oh, like it's Gregson and the Greggy Boys. Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time you became such a toady to me. Toady? Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No! The great detective will say. He's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many knives a slave I've lost to learn about it. It's like a blessing, like a curse disguised as a blessing. Like, sure, your pay doubled, but it's like if you slight Sholmes in any way, your pay could go. Meow. But that would never happen, Grixie. Every month when the new Rants magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages. Oh, how awful for you. Eh, have some of my tea to settle your nerves. I want to know what kind of tea she has in there. 'Cause I want to try it. Ah, lovely. Oh, very much. That really had the spot, your ladyship. Bittersweet. Teetotal? Okay, I feel... Oh. Okay, sorry, I want to check something really quick. Meaning of toady in English. A person who praises and is artificially pleasant to people in authority, usually in order to get some advantage of them. Oh. Huh. So like a kiss ass? I can't remember the PG name for it, but my first time was a kiss ass. Butt kiss. What is it? I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now. An important message? What could it be? I like the whole tea. I don't know, the tea butt kiss. Sounds funny. I like it. Or just butt kiss. Are you gonna tell me what this important message is, then, Inspector? Yeah, it's about that young lady who's normally by your side. Your assistant. Dear Susie! Dear Susie, is she alright? She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe. Nope, not anymore. She had to head off. Where? Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Oh yeah, I thought I meant she was all like. At this point, you're bringing me a message from Strongheart, but I didn't realize it was your message was that she's already gone to that meeting. Of course, I've forgotten about that. One of the whipstalks took her there in a yard carriage after we finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go meet her there. I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Susie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me. But I better head over there. Oh yeah, the Lord Chief Justice, for some reason, like... First time I met the guy and those words came up, I kept stumbling over them, so I just called him LCJ. Something happen here? Okay, no. I thought if I went out here, there would be some sort of commotion. Oh, sorry, quick beverage break. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think this place is oppressive? I think it's normal. How so? I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you. So everything is clear with regard to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust. Yes, thank you very much. Susato, there they are. I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious. Can we tiptoe? Very good. There's nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland. Excuse me? Wait, what did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san! Sorry, it's like... I feel like the shock from the birds was a little delayed. Oh, Mr. Naruto. What was all that about? Yeah, for some... Like, birds live in here, which... I can kind of understand since it's... From what I can tell from this teeny tiny screen, the place is huge and inside a clock tower, but the question now is, how do the birds get in? And can they get out? And is there bird poop everywhere? That's somewhere? Ah, Mr. Naruto. Thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why were you talking about Mrs. Sato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow? Tomorrow. But what about Ginny's trial? You mean... she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. Is Iris gonna be my assistant in the courtroom? Or can we, like, I don't know, postpone the whole return? Is he still here? Nope, he just vanished. Mrs. Sato, what's all this about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruto. It's only me going back to Japan. I'm still concerned! Your life here can continue just as it had- That's not what I meant! What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen- Oh. Oh no. Professor Mikotoba? If I may? Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news. 10 days ago, Father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker day by day. Oh boy. No worries. Have fun drawing, friend. Oh, calling me right now, telling him to draw. Or have fun telling friend to draw. I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Susato's departure as much as possible. Yeah, absolutely. I'll leave London first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe this is happening. I hope this isn't I hope this is some sort of stunt by, I don't know, by the Japan and UK governments. Like, quick, with Ryunosuke's assistant gone, all of his trials will fail. That kind of sort of thing. So Gina has been charged? She'll have to appear in court? Yeah, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. No, not even 24 hours later? Gina. Ah, the Lestrade girl and the murderer of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. An all too conspicuous case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. You don't know that! No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases. It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that. Why did you bring a toddler to my office? Yes, Lord Strongheart? In deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave! No! I don't like babies! Of course, Lord Strongheart. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend. Slip down the Show me your hands again! I need to see! Serious matters. Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday? Yes, Inspector Gregson made a very similar remark yesterday. It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. Show your hands! "3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me. There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart. Which is? It's Miss Lestrade's trial. Oh, Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if he might permit me to defend her. Oh, I see the split now. A timely suggestion. Sorry? The girl currently has no representation. But, that's not fair. Yeah, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial. Didn't I just say get rid of the child? Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused needs only sign the relevant paperwork and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. Please don't spank me with that! However, the girl in question has refused that right. Why? It's because all defense are grown-ups and she hates grown-ups. A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison. Yes, thank you. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. And put up a no children allowed sign in front of my door. What a day. Gina charged with murder, Susato-san about to leave. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But, Susie... You're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. Your dad is sick! As far as we know! My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can. Thank you, Miss Susato. That's a very pensive look. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can, as a lawyer. Tick-tock. I'm just itching to dismantle that huge clock. All the attic rooms are so exciting. $13, the unlucky number. Oh. Hello, Gina. Quick, squeeze through the bars. You're thin enough. They let you keep your gun? And her bag? Sorry, I just heard the music playing. I like it. Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Early and I made. I wish you wouldn't point it at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Ginny. I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry. You heard? Get lost. Don't be like that, Jenny. I know you didn't do it. I'll give you more grenade launchers. You never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh. You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd take it to a pawn shop any day of the week. Look, okay, you pick purses and steal items, but would you steal lives? Just to see what I can get me hands on. Get? That's the kind of person I am. But, Jenny... I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something. But I don't want to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer! I don't need no one! Are you... It's Reno's like, are you talking? There's a big bar covering your mouth. She could be shouting swear words as far as we know, and it's getting bleeped out by the prison bars. She couldn't be staring at me anymore, obviously, if she tried. Why are you being like this, Jenny? It's a girls' hangout! They got purple, green, pink. All they need is the other colors. She looks like a frog peeking over. Oh yeah, like the hat. Like, I don't know, the two buttons look like eyes. Ouch. That's one stern look Susato-san is giving Gina. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? He wanted me to sign some papers. Representation papers! Or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway. The whole trial. The whole system is rigged! Just like America. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do. Steampunk me. Oh dang, I didn't see that. Why do you think that? Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums. Me whole life. Wait a minute. You hate... Okay, I feel bad for saying this, but you hate grown-ups, but... Legally, you're going to be the grown-up age. Unless it's a lot higher in ye olden Ace Attorney Britain. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coppers. Or worse. Oh, 16! Oh yeah, now I think about it, I think the first time she appeared, McGilda presented her as a 15-year-old, but her thing says that she's 17. So either McGilda either McGilda is really bad at telling their age, the translator screwed up, or something else is going on. At least that's when they graduate. Oh! Okay, I guess that would explain it. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it. You can't trust no one. That's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead. Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, forget it. Ginny! Don't you trust Runo? Nah, I don't. Susato, quick! We need to swap outfits so she'll trust you to be her lawyer. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbroker's. There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest. Why, Ginny? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff I could sell for a shilling or two. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work, and half the time you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest! What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference. Please tell us, Ginny. We'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft, you can't believe nothing! Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. I said my favorite color was green when it's actually red! What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies? What do you mean? What did you mean before, Gina? When you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Ginny, please. Oh yeah. Kitty! I want to give you this. Something to remember me by. He's a kitty! A photographic print? Of a really adorable cat. Is it your cat? Oh. I found it in one of the pockets of this old coat. Ain't no point in me having it. I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in a pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Tubbles. Bitter kiss, Tubbles. Oh, Ginny. Look at this photograph. Gina, about this photograph. Oh, that? I just found it in one of the pockets of this coat, that's all. Chuck it if you don't want it. So McGilda didn't give it to her. There's something written on the back, I think. There is! Flip it! Flip it! Look on the back of the print here. There's something written on it. Oh, is this like the, what they call? One of those little ticket things for when you, like, deposit something to the pawnbroker? Sorry, my eye. 13th of February, 9 p.m. Article deposited, 1 small box. Loan amount paid, 10 shillings. Redemption deadline, 13th of April, 9. So this photographic print is a redemption ticket for an article that was deposited 2 days prior to the incident on the omnibus. He has a small box. That doesn't tell much about it, does it? Oh, hello! Perhaps it contains some valuable mementos. I can't help wondering. Presumably Mr. McGilda never redeemed the article in question. Still, he had the ticket. So isn't it possible the box is still present somewhere in the shop? Right! If it's somewhere McGilda deposited, we need to investigate. Kitty, kitty, kitty! It's an adorable little cat. I think it looks a little like Wagahai. I always thought that cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different. In a way, all cats are different, so... But I feel like in general, all cats just like being somewhere, curling up somewhere warm. Don't mean nothing to me, though. I don't read so well anyway, especially not that scroll. We ought to examine the photograph more thoroughly. If I present this again, will she... Oh. No ta. I wasn't saying you could have it! Oh, weren't you? Well, when someone says I can't have stuff, it makes me want it, see? So you better hand it over now. No, I'm not giving it! Okay, fine. The reverse psychology. Okay, we're probably not supposed to be here yet, but... Yeah, this building looks ancient. Early! Oh. Mr. Sholmes is nowhere to be seen. No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she? Ooh, I know what's probably happened. Early was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad at all. After all, so he's been sent home. I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not, there's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Oh dear, I do hope Mr. Sholmes will be alright. Hello, what are we here? Wait. The ward is off limits, no visit. So what are you doing in here, eh? Oh hey, it's the defendant's lobby song, I think. Well, I'll have you know, we're Early's next of kin. Oh, well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. A little lady and a curious eastern pair. Great mystery solver and has a mysterious family, eh? If that's how you see us, sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Early? I believe he's currently in the operating theater, ma'am. Undergoing an extensive operation. Extensive? It has been several hours since he went in. Oh my. Has there been some kind of problem? Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. Oh, jeez. The anesthetic, that is. That's not good. Does that... Oh my god. Like... Part of me is... Okay, the anesthetic not working. Part of me is worrying if it's like either one, they're operating on him, while they're operating on him, he just suddenly starts screaming in agony, or they're trying to put the anesthesia on him and it's like, are you asleep yet? I'm wide awake. How about now? Still awake? Unless they're using the same anesthetic from the very first case, which was C-U-R-A-R-E. I still need to look up how to pronounce it. Oh my god, what if I run into the killer from that case here? I think her name was Giselle Brett. Like we need the expert anesthesia person in. Coming right along, darlings. Wait a minute, it's the Swan Lady. No? I have heard a report the gentleman claims he may have a bit too much to drink last night. What? Cop? Oh yeah, sorry, I just remembered. Hold on. I know what, like, before I was given a guide, like, before I did top surgery, I was given a guide of, what to do before and after. And I remember before it was like you can't eat certain foods, dude, for I think 24 or 12 hours, I can't remember, but it's like it's recommended that you can drink water, but you can't have anything else. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that you won't be back in for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Poorly. Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes? What is it, Mrs. Sato? I hope you won't think me selfish, but do you think we could perhaps go visit Gina? We just did! I just realized I won't have another opportunity to say farewell. Yes, of course. Sato-san may not see Gina again before she has to leave. I wish I knew what Susato-san was thinking. Anyway, let's go back to the prison. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Farewell? Tomorrow I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Susie. Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you. Is this a guilt trip move? What? It's my fault? Yes, so I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now, I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith that they invested in you. Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be. Okay, one, Susato is, if this is your attempt of trying to get Gina to pick me to defend her, that's a pretty, like, chess versus, like, galaxy brain tactic, but the problem is, it's a very guilt-trippy guilt trip galaxy brain tactic. Yeah, okay, I'm not... It's really weird to me, too. It's like one hand, it's just saying it's her fault that everyone's sad. It's like, that's a definite guilt trip, but then you sort of see that Susato's giving you the, this is your chance to be our defender look. What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. Are we gonna do can we just do the never have I ever game? Like you hold up 5 fingers and it's like, never have I ever flushed a toilet before using it. What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. Just never have I ever in prison. Never have I ever pickpocketed from the guards while in prison. Wait, Gina already? No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about the trial? Were you the one who burned it? The one in which Magnus McGilda was acquitted? The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now? Okay, here we go. Like you said, it's all happened 2 months ago. Never have I ever been arrested. That's me. The coppers got hold of me. The coppers got hold of me, and shoved me in the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilda was declared innocent. Yeah, well, thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. Why do I get the feeling like he paid her to lie, and so she could use the funds to help the other orphans? I knew it. What sort of thing did you lie about? So she let a criminal book it. I was added under the stake that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubbyhole. I couldn't see a thing, and then... Oh yeah, the body going flump. I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the floor. And that's when Mr. McGilda discovered you? Yeah. Oh yeah! Like, that was the worst thing he could... That was one of the many worst things he did. Like, oh no, there's a child in this cubby. Oh no, there's a dead man here. Quick, sit next to him. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. There weren't much light to see by. When I looked at my hands, I had the cove's blood all over him. I was so scared I couldn't even speak. You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight. Then Mr. McGilda started asking you questions, I suppose? Who you were and why you were hiding under the seat? Yeah, he did. Only, that's not all. What do you mean? Oh no, the music. I mean, he threatened me. Threatened you how? He made me swear about what I'd seen and what I heard. And about what he was going to do after the cove was found dead. He made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about it, knowing any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scarper before the coppers showed up. Scarper? Crap, I feel horrible. Let's see here. He said he'd let me run... Scarper, verb, run away? Maybe it's... Oh, okay. I thought it was I thought he was saying if she did tell someone, he was gonna like let her run away, and I was thinking that doesn't make sense. But it was more if she agreed to his terms, he would let her go. Gina, you must tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. Whoa. You said McGilden made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Yes, with Mr. McGilden sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of the cove in the floor. I let out a little scream, see? Couldn't help it. Mr. McGilden heard that and dragged me out by my arm, and that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer who had been stabbed. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. A disc? Do you mean? Yeah, that's it. The one with the D took off me at Winterbanks. Kronk. Like I wasn't expecting the disc. I thought it was gonna be the murder weapon. So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus. Not for long. McGilden spotted it straight away. He picked it up smartish and stuffed it in his inside pocket. So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder. And the bog trotter told me I weren't to mutter a word of it to no one. Cause it was so dark under the seat in that cab. I was straining my ears the whole time. After a while I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was McGilden getting on board. Not only him. Him and Thrice Mason? Cause I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people. In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilden and the victim. Mr. Thrice fired Mason. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilden claimed he slept during the carriage ride. Oh no, I can't do Irish accents. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I feel like I just like I end up doing like a very bad Scottish accent when I try to do an Irish one. I'm not good with these. Hold on.
But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness and I always succumb to it.
And your own testimony, Gina, supported his. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. He even farted, and a stench seeped into the cubby. It was a nightmare. Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them were asleep. I could hear them talking all the time, in low voices. Nanny? What were they talking about? Sorry, I don't know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilden and the victim knew each other. So McGilden was lying as I suspected. I knew it was fishy! I knew it wasn't going to take long before someone raised the alarm that the bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, McGilden told me to hide back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The 2 cows from up top ran off to get the coppers. Yeah, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right. And after they'd gone, McGilden asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor?
Oh, Beppo. Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. I'll give you 10 guineas.
A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street? Yup, you got it. It was Winterbanks. The coachee snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coat as fast as he could. So then there was no one left in the carriage. We're gonna open the box under the seat and let me get out of there. But not without conditions. Yeah. To follow up on his threat. What were McGilda's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not telling a soul, not for anything, about what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. There's more? Yeah.
It's the most important thing,
He said. Whoa.
Take my stick. I'm after sending a coachman on a little errand for me, with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all? At all?
You asked him to go pop your weasel, right?
Aye. The fiend's taking me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker's where hereabouts. And I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand?
What? You want me to have the ticket?
That's right. And I'll come fetch it from you later. Sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it till then. Is that clear? Whatever you do, don't lose it.
Alright then.
And in case I might happen to be delayed at all, like dead, you're to go to the pawn shop when the bank cert is, and you're to extend the loan of 4 to 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited, and any old fiend could come along and buy it.
But I ain't got that kind of brass.
Here's £5. That should be enough. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now if you go against me.
Yeah, I get it. Good.
And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt.
The coppers.
Aye. They'll come asking you to take stand in court to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say, and what it is that you won't?
Were you threatening to kill her if she didn't follow through? After he'd gone over it all, I piked it, got as far away from there as I could. He had the pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the Seine. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark. So McGill had planned it. And coerced Gina into giving false testimony. Jeez! I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied. In that big old courtroom. I told some corkers. Thing is, he said he wouldn't make it so we couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. Wait, as in, if you do this, I'll pay you all handsomely so you can live in a mansion? Or do this or do this or else I'll sick the cops on you? What a wicked man. What a wicked man. He knew everything. He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us. We was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. Gilder would have, in an heartbeat, he could have had a lot of us chased out of there if he wanted. That dickhead. And then where could we have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have no choice. Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything. But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, minute, you must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. A favor? What? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial.
It?
If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see. You what? Everything's having a big operation right now, Ginny. Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Sholmes is gonna be alright, right? That's why I want to investigate. For For Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything. Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it? Something like that. Miss Susato? Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here. Wait, didn't she say earlier that she was kind of illiterate? I don't need no one to stick up for me, though. No lawyer or nothing. I was like, tell us the truth! Many hours later. Oh my god! Poor Ginny. She seemed so lonely. Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the casino at Winterbanks now. Yes, and perhaps we can come back to visit Ginny when we're done there. I feel like we finally cracked Gina. That? I don't know, it seems like a weird way to phrase it. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us from investigating at Winterbanks. Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. Y'all didn't crack. You ripped her apart! We took her on the wildest guilt trip with no seatbelts. Mr. McGilden can suck my